In this video, we'll be looking at an introduction to data models. What are data models? The first concept we need to define is the term model. A model may be defined as a representation of a real-world object or event. We may have seen 3D models of the globe or 3D models of the brain. These models are all used to represent something real that exists in the world around us. We can therefore say that a data model is a representation of a real-world data structure using graphical tools. And that data modeling is the process you take to create data models. Let's look at the basic elements of a data model. These include entities, attributes, relationships, and constraints. An entity is anything for which data can be stored. In a database management system or DBMS such as Microsoft Access or MySQL Workbench, entities are implemented as tables. An entity may be place, animal, object, event, or process. An attribute is the characteristics of an entity or feature that is associated with that entity. Within a database table, attributes are reflected as columns of that table. Relationship speaks to the association among entities within a database. There are three main types of relationships. There is one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many relationships. A constraint is a type of restriction that is placed on data within a database. Examples of constraints: primary key, foreign key, and number of characters for an attribute. Let's now look at a Microsoft Access example. In this example, we have two entities called items and shelf, which are implemented as tables within Access database. We also have various attributes belonging to these tables, or what we call field names in Microsoft Access, such as item number, item name, unit price, quantity, date bought, and shelf ID, which all belong to the items table. And we're now seeing another look at attributes from the datasheet view, which you can see that these attributes are implemented as columns within a table with various data representing those various columns. Relationships are implemented using primary key and foreign key. And you can see that there is the primary key, which is item number in the items table, and we can see there is a primary key also for shelf table, which is shelf ID. The common key between both tables, however, is shelf ID, which you can find in both tables. In the shelf table, you'll see that it is the primary key, and in the items table is the foreign key. And this is also a one-to-many relationship, as you can see with the numeral 1 on the shelf side and the infinity sign on the items side of the relationship. And of course, you can see more detail if you go to the Edit Relationships option. You can see the relationship type, and you can see the common attributes that are associated as well. Constraints. You can see a number of options for implementing constraints in your field properties section of your design window or design view of your table. So you have, for example, field size, format, input mask, caption, default value, validation rule, validation text, required field, etc. And these are all used to limit the different aspects of your database according to the specific database you're designing. Alright, so I hope that this video actually helped you in some way to understand more about data models. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.